welcome back to Let's Play Shuffle. You know, despite the fact we left on a cliffhanger previously, it's actually been a few days since I recorded. Been somewhat busy with the upcoming Pokemon Emerald LP, and other than that, I can't really think what else I've been doing. I mean, there's a lot of editing. Like, I record like maybe 2 hours, then the rest of the day is just editing that, because like I have to split into 2 parts and all that. I have to rewatch the footage to like get the edit parts. It's a pain in the ass. But anyways, now that I've uploaded the previous part today, it's time to get back to recording. Probably get 2 parts in one, because that's usually how it goes.
一緒にプールに来たのですけれど、歩いていたら突然。
Where is she now?
保健室にいます。よろしければ、すぐに行って差し上げてください。
Wait, didn't she also like feel a bit kind of not feeling too well in the previous part as well? Like she was collapsing a bit then, wasn't she? So that is a continued thing then. I started running before she could even finish speaking. Bullshit, because I was speaking before you started running. That's a senpai. There wasn't anyone in the infirmary. There were 2 beds separated by a curtain. Asa Senpai was lying on one of them and sleeping. The color in her face didn't look that bad. Maybe I didn't need to rush so much. Gee, Rhea Senpai. I guess she already knew. I bet she already knew that Asa Senpai had confessed. What a good friend. Actually, I came in such a hurry too. Her face was as beautiful as the one of the Academy's princesses. It's funny that because of her high energy, nobody noticed how beautiful she really was. I heard her groggy voice. Are you awake? Elsa Senpai finally regained consciousness and pulled up the blanket. Korea Senpai told me that you collapsed.
彼があの子はもう。
Are you okay? I'm so surprised to hear that you collapsed.
心配してくれた？
Of course I was. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here.
そうだよね。ごめん。
Elsa Senpai smiled happily. Well, what's going on? You collapsed just a little while ago, too. Are you overdoing it? Elsa Senpai looked away. Elsa Senpai? She didn't answer me. She looked at the curtain and stayed silent. That proved that something was wrong. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but if you don't mind, I'd like to know. It's not like I can do anything for you, but maybe I can comfort you.
りんちゃんには話しておいた方がいいのかな？
She spoke in a reserved manner. Yes. She looked at me and smiled and continued.
正直に言っちゃえばね、これからどうなるかわからないんだって、僕の体。
Huh? Her sudden seriousness startled me.
一応言っておくけど、冗談言ってるわけじゃないから。僕のお母さんのこと前に話したでしょ？
Yes, that she's one of the devils.
あれね、実は半分しか正しくないの。
What do you mean? I remembered what she told me in her room. She was laughing, but I knew she wasn't joking or lying. Actually, it's because she was laughing that I could tell she was serious.
人工生命の3号体だったっけ、リムちゃん。
Yeah, I think so.
その1号体なの、僕のお母さん。
Wait, what? What she said back then was a surprise, but now I was lost for words. So, it seems fitting that I, didn't skip the scene where the King of the Gods was explaining the homunculus kind of backstory. I'd heard a little about the homunculus. What did the King of the Gods say about the first one? I thought he said the first one was already there.
魔界と深海、2つが合同で作り上げた生命体。その作り方はどうだったのか。2号体とリムちゃんについては僕も知らない。だ だけど1号体はね、簡単だった。初めての実験。最初からそんな難しいことをできるわけもない。行われたのは魔族の強化。その魔力を魔法と薬の力で強引に強化する。もともとの潜在能力すらも無視して限界以上に。生命を作ったんじゃないの。元ある命の改造だったんだ。
As the senpai's eyes showed a glint of sadness. They were getting moist, but she kept smiling and continued.
そんな実験、結果がどうなるかなんて簡単に想像できるよね。無理に強化された魔力を普通の魔族の体で制御できるわけもなく、暴走。実験は大失敗。被験体だった魔族の少女は行方不明。そのまま死亡したとみなされ処理された。だけど、彼女は生きてたの。生きて、暴走時の衝撃で、この人間界に飛ばされていた。そして少女は、この人間界で一人の青年に出会い、恋をして、無理な改造によって限界以上に引き上げられた魔力と、魔力を扱う術を持たない脆弱な人間の体。その両方を受け継いだ子供を。
That kind of explains why she's not very much like why she hates like whenever anyone mentions magic. And you're that child, I said.
魔族のハーフはいる。だけど、実験体と人間のハーフはいない。魔族の強力な魔力。人間の貧弱な体。しかも、魔力制御が不完全な実験体の娘。こんな前例はね、どこにもないの。紙コップからね、常に水が溢れてこぼれている。そんな状態。紙コップなら、溢れた水に濡れ続けて、やがて壊れてしまう。けれど、人間の体ならどうなるのか。それは誰も知らない。だから、僕の体がどうなるのかわからない。
But then don't let the water overflow. You need to regularly consume some of that power.
前も言ったけど、僕は人間だから。普通に魔力を消費することなんかできはしない。
This is no time to be saying things like that, especially if it's about life or death.
僕にとってはね、命と同じくらいに大切なことだから。
What? I wanted to say that there was nothing more important than life, but I couldn't say anything once I saw Senpai's face. There must be a reason. A reason why she can't use the power, or a reason why she doesn't want to use it.
それにね、多分大丈夫。こうやって倒れたり苦しくなったりはあると思うけど、命にまでは関わらないと思うから。今までだってこうして生きてこれてるんだし。ごめんね。ちょっと重く言い過ぎちゃったかな。
Her words were unclear. It's not like there was any guarantee that she'd keep living just because she lived until now. Might be okay from now on, but then again, she might die tomorrow. I think that's what she meant. Besides, she must have known better than anyone what was going on. She probably lived until now trying to hide that fear. Senpai, why didn't you tell me sooner? There's no reason why you had to suffer by yourself. I can't heal your body, but it's better to have someone to talk with, don't you think?
本当はね、りんちゃんにも言わない方がいいかなって思ってたんだ。こんなこと言うの卑怯だと思ったから。いつ倒れるかわからないなんて言われたらさ、人間だもん。やっぱり同情しちゃうじゃない。同情して、その思いを叶えてあげたいななんて思っちゃうじゃない。りんちゃん、なんだかんだ言って優しいから、このことを言っちゃったら それだけで僕と付き合ってくれちゃうと思った。だから言わなかった。言いたくなかった。それにね、せっかくの初恋だもん。同情なんかで付き合ってほしくなかったし。
Asa-senpai. Suddenly I realized I was hugging Asa-senpai as hard as I could. Wait, that music. The only time that music is played is when those scenes happen, isn't it? It's coming, isn't it? I was holding her tiny body. Now I knew for sure my feelings towards Asa-senpai and my response to her desire. But we'll keep going until, like, it starts. It's obviously right around the corner now. My answer was in the way I held her.
りんちゃん、ごめんね。すごく嬉しいんだけど、でもダメ。今言った通り、同情なんかで付き合ってもらっちゃったら、りんちゃんのことが好きな他の子がかわいそうだもん。だから、今は。
It's not sympathy. I'm attracted to your strength. Your ability to stay strong even in the face of your situation.
りんちゃん。
So, I let go of Asa-senpai's body, I looked into her dewy eyes, then brought my face closer to hers. You've already given me permission to kiss you, right?
それから先も、許してあげてもいいんだけど。
Her weak voice unlocked something inside of me. Okay then. Awkward. Our lips met. It was our second kiss, but the first one that came from the bottom of our hearts. Wait, should this continue from here until, like, it actually gets to that point? I don't know. As Asa-senpai was lying on the bed, I stared at her body. The thin white shirt she wore outlined her ample breast beneath her vest. Yeah, this is clearly gonna go into that scene any second. Asa-senpai blushed and stared at me worriedly.
りんちゃん、ね、僕、こういうのって。
They're in the infirmary, right? So what if someone just randomly just like, so how are you doing? What the hell's going on here? It's your first time? Don't worry, it's mine too. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, technically in the other route, but technically that's like an alternative kind of thing, really, isn't it?
さっぱり?
Yeah, I'll just touch you as I like. What? Asa-senpai looked amazed for a second, then smiled.
男の子なんだから。
Yes, I'm just a boy. I smiled back at her, then reached out for her clothes. You serious? What? Why give a choice for this, man? Just like of all the situations in the game, you give a choice for this. It's weird. Well, anyway, I say it's about time to off-screen this until, like, after it or whatever. So, yeah. Okay, that was actually a bit longer than the usual ones.
これが海。
So, from that, I gathered that nobody awkwardly entered the room there while that was going on. Well, whatever. I wonder how this scene will be this time around, since last time they went into Kaide's route, but this time it's Asa-senpai's route, so it should be different. Bright white sunlight was reflecting off the surface of the blue ocean. Visiting the beach really is the embodiment of summer.
海だな。ああ、海だね。海だよな。ああ、海だとも。
Why do you keep doing
海と
that?
来たら、まずやることは一つだよな。ああ、もちろんだともしんちゃん。さあ、今こそ一緒に。海！
皆さん、なんと言ったら。
That's okay, we're kind of ready for it. I don't think this qualifies as a family vacation anymore. Are we going to be okay?
人とも元気ですよね。元気でいいの？こういう場合の言葉って。お二人ともすっかり砂浜の人気者ですわね。視線を独り占めしてます。とりあえずあの二人の荷物は別の場所に分けとくわね。仲間って思われたくないし。
I wonder how Asa Senpai feels currently after what happened. Everyone nodded in agreement. Anyway, Mayumi,
何？
what about your extra lessons? Don't you have them every day?
今年の夏風邪は厳しいのですよ。しっかり治しておきませんと。
I see, so you're treating it by tanning in the warm air? I'm sure the doctor who diagnosed you will be very popular.
風邪をひいたら温めないとね。
I could picture Miss B's beautiful smile in my mind.
それじゃあ陣地の準備は俺様たちがしておくから、女性陣は着替えてきてくれ。
へえ、さすが緑葉くん。女の子には気が利くじゃない？ですけど。
大丈夫大丈夫。女性は準備に時間がかかるからね。早く行ってくるといいよ。
It's okay, I'll make sure he won't come and peek, so don't worry.
さすが土見くん、よくお分かりで。それじゃお願いね、りんちゃん。僕たち着替えてきちゃうから。
They all headed for the changing room with their bags. Let's get things ready then, Itsuki. Can you get the blanket from that bag? Think we'll have enough space for everyone. Maybe we should have asked them to help us a little more. They sure are making themselves useful at the moment.
ほら、ナボ待ちやがれ。捕まえられるものなら捕まえてみなよ、しんちゃん。
Never mind, please stay away from us. You know, I had the weirdest nightmare last night, actually. It freaking confused the crap out of me when I woke up. And it was like, I think it might have even had something to do with those guys. Because they had some kind of religious thing going on there. It was like some kind of weird sitcom of some sort. Only you had like Satan and stuff on it. It was weird. I didn't understand it at all. And I remember like barely being able to move in my bed. I couldn't tell if I was awake or asleep. I remember just leaning up a little, turning to the side and just saying, like out loud, just like, shut the fuck up, Satan, or something like that. It was really weird. When I actually woke up, I was like, what the fuck? Where am I? What was that all about?
ダメだね。相変わらず分かってないな、リンは。
What?
これだけ綺麗どころの揃った夫人。この海水浴場中探したところで他にはないよ。日本中探したところであるかどうか。だとしたら、1分1秒でも早く、その魅力的な水着姿を晒してもらわないと、周囲の皆さんにも失礼じゃないか。
The others? Wow! I caught on when I looked around. This is a very popular beach and there were plenty of people. But most of the guys were looking in our direction. To be specific, they were looking at the girls who went to the changing
理
room.
解したかい？
Did you just throw a chunk of meat to the wolves?
それを守るのが騎士の役目だろう、ナイト様。
He slapped me on the back like he was having fun. He was planning to make me do all the work.
大丈夫。夏のメモリー記憶装置はバッチリだから。
How many cameras did you bring anyway?
使い捨てからデジタル、一眼レフに8ミリビデオ、何でも来いさ。
He was a professional, all right.
ふーん、やっぱり夏は海よね。
Seriously, what is with the getup there?
プールもいいけど、海のこの開放感には勝てないわよね。
I agree. Looked at the endless blue water around, well, beyond the sand. I could truly feel the expanse, seeing Shia and Narine playing with the waves and Primula and Kaide making castles in the sand. I was a little concerned that I didn't see the King of the Gods and the King of the Devils anywhere, but maybe it was better that I didn't.
普通のプールならまだいいんだけど、学園のプールだとどうしても遊んでるっていう気になれないのが欠点かな、やっぱり。
You're right. I looked at her. I wonder. I tried to gauge her reaction. From what I could see, she seemed to be okay.
というわけで、このどこまでも広い夏の象徴に思いっきり体を沈めましょう。どうしたの、りんちゃん。なんかちょっと暗いけど。
Oh, no, are you okay?
大丈夫って？
You know, about the other day.
りんちゃんらしくないな。ほら、はっきり言っちゃって。
Hey, are you okay to swim? You were bleeding quite a bit.
出血？
Asa Senpai tilted her head, but then realized what I meant. Her face suddenly turned red.
りんちゃんはそんなことを気にしないでもいいの。
But I'm worried.
心配してくれたという点では嬉しいんだけど、とにかく大丈夫です。大丈夫だからこの話題は忘れること。いい、りんちゃん。
Okay.
ハサちゃん、何を忘れるのですか？こういう話題に関しては一番厄介な娘子が。りんちゃん、準備はいいわね。
What? Before I could work out what she meant, Asa Senpai grabbed my hand and ran towards the water. What?
突撃
Wait a minute! Asa Senpai completely ignored me, refusing to slow down even the tiniest bit. We kept running towards the ocean and its big waves. Asa Senpai was having fun. When I saw her, I resigned myself to my fate for the day. Then you ended up out at sea. I'm exhausted. Ran my fingers through my wet hair and walked back towards the sand. Swimming for 2 hours straight was physically grueling. 2 hours straight? Holy shit. Where is Asa Senpai anyway? I looked around trying to find her energetic figure. She was with me until just a minute ago, but then she jumped into a big wave and now I couldn't find her. Well, isn't that kinda bad? She's not drowning, is she?
りんちゃん、いいところに。
Never mind. What? That sudden voice definitely belonged to Asa Senpai. Turned around in a hurry to find her, give me a funny look. Asa Senpai, what's wrong? What are you doing, squatting in the water like that? Asa Senpai smiled at me meaningfully as I walked towards her. Asa Senpai!
泳いでたらブラ流されちゃいまして。
Will YouTube be like, no? Or will YouTube be like, okay, pass? I don't know. Then why don't you cover yourself with your hands?
こっちの方が隠せる面積多いじゃない。
Why are you talking in such a happy manner? Her boobs are smashed against my back. Usually this kind of okay. Would YouTube allow such an image here? Usually, I don't know. They stuck to me and as we moved their shape changed. They weren't stiffening, but the tips I felt in the middle of each mound reminded me of what happened in the infirmary. Okay, I'll get your towel, so please get off of me.
もしかしてりんちゃん照れちゃってる？
That's not the point, is
じゃ
it?
あ喜んでる？
You're enjoying my reaction, aren't you?
反応を楽しんでるんじゃなくて、一緒にいることを楽しんでます。
That's a senpai, I told you! The senpai held me even tighter. Naturally, her boobs smushed against me even harder too, and until we reached the sand, I had to go through heaven and hell at the same time. I could feel Kariya, Senpai, Itsuki, Mayumi, and all the others staring at me. It made me scared for second semester. There's a limit to a guy's reason, you know. Wait, so they saw? Maybe YouTube will be like, okay, that one can pass, there's no nipples. Because for some reason that seems to like be where they draw the line. Like, no nipples! Cleavage, sure. Nipples, no! The Sunlight Way was usually packed with uniformed students, but since it was summer vacation, it looked rather different. Like, if YouTube's like, no, then I'll just have to, like, re-edit and upload, I guess. However, there were club activities going on, and the pool was open, so you could still see some students in their uniforms. But still, the numbers decreased drastically. As I looked around while walking, I came across a familiar figure. Long blonde hair hid her back, her skinny legs were moving in rhythm. That walk and blonde hair belonged to Karia Senpai.
まあ、兄さん。こんなところでお会いするなんて奇遇ですわね。
As she turned to me, she clapped her hands in front of her chest. How unusual for you to be here on your own. Are you shopping for baking ingredients?
いえ、今日は少々違っていまして。実は、そろそろ妹の誕生日なので、そのプレゼントを選びに。
You have a sister?
はい。来年にはバーベナ学園に入学予定なんですの。私は今年で卒業なので、一緒に通えないのが残念です。よろしければ、1年間面倒見てあげてくださいね。
If it's your sister, of course I'd be more than happy to. Actually, there were plenty of guys who would volunteer to look after her. Karia Senpai had many fans, including her fan club too, of course. I could easily imagine how beautiful a sister of hers would be. As I tried picturing her sister's face in my mind, Karia Senpai looked at me as if she just thought of something.
そうですわ。兄さんは本日お時間おありでしょうか。
Last time I saw this scene, I was like, picture Mr. Bean's face on Karia Senpai. Now I'm thinking, okay, how about that one fat girl from Persona 4? Picture her face on that. Now that is an image. Me?
はい。
Sure, I'm not doing anything.
まあ、でしたら少々お付き合いしていただけませんでしょうか。何を買ったらいいのか、私一人では決めかねていまして。
Who, me? I'm not good at choosing presents.
それに、先ほどから何度か男性の方々に声をかけられていまして、少々心細かったんですの。
I see. I guess it's not easy being beautiful. Kata used to have the same problem. Guys would come and approach her whenever she was by herself. I don't think I'll be that much help in picking out a present, though.
まあまあまあ、ありがとうございます。
She reminds me a bit of Shayuri from Canon. They both have a catchphrase, they both have an elegant look to them, and both of them have a face that somewhat creeps me out a little every now and then. This face she's making right now is her one, and Sayuri's one is when her eyes look upside down.
それでは今日一日よろしくお願いいたしますわね。
With a smile on her face, Karia Senpai intertwined her arm with mine. I could feel her boobs too. You always comment on that, don't you? She looked rather slender, so they weren't as voluptuous as Asa Senpai's, but... what's with his arm?
はい。朝ちゃんが男の方と歩くときにはこうしろと。
Oh my. Aren't you a little too naive, Karia Senpai? You shouldn't believe everything you hear. I didn't think of her as someone special, but when she did things like this, I didn't know what to think. My heart was pumping like this was my first date. On the other hand, Karia Senpai was smiling happily, blissfully, unaware of what I was going through.
私、男の方とこうして歩くのって初めてなんです。まるでデートみたいですわね。
How carefree indeed.